everyone, welcome to mathsciedu. This is an interesting and important thing that you need to know for A-level physics. The derivation of the formula centripetal acceleration A equals v squared over r. Let's see how this is done. Now, to find the acceleration, we are going to use a situation like this. An object is performing circular motion, and at one instant it is going at velocity v in this direction, and after a little while it's going this way. Now we know by definition acceleration is change in velocity divided by time. So we need to find the change in velocity. Let's say the time taken for this motion to go from here to here, let's call it its t. Now, how do we find the change in velocity, delta v here? Final velocity, which is this v, take away initial velocity, which is that. But now these are vectors. So when we take away vectors, what we actually do is rather than taking away, we add the negative vector. So get the negative vector and add. Now let's see how to do this one. So let's kind of draw it on a diagram. So we have one v like that, and we have the other one like that. Now delta v is the vector that shows in a direction like this, starting from the starting point of the first vector towards the end of the last vector. So this is my delta v. So let's say this angle here is theta. Sin theta is delta v over. For small angles, we know sin theta is approximately equal to theta. So we can say delta v over v is equal to theta. So let's make delta v the subject. Delta v is equal to v theta. So let's call this equation 1. Now we know v is equal to r omega, but omega here is actually theta over t, angular speed. So we can write v is equal to r theta over, let's make theta the subject here, theta is equal to vt over r. Now let's call this is equation 2. A is equal to delta v over t. I can substitute for this delta v because I know delta v is the same as v theta. So let's do that. A is equal to v theta divided by, but I know this theta is the same as vt over r. So let's substitute that. A is equal to v times vt over r. Then here we have a division t. Now what happens? This t and this t gets cancelled out, and we beautifully get A is equal to v squared over r. This is the formula that we want to derive. So now we know if we have an object of mass m moving at angular velocity omega, let's say the tangential velocity here is v, in a circular path, the acceleration towards the center or centripetal acceleration is given by the formula v squared over r. That is what we just derived. And remember, this is always directed towards the center of the circle. Hence, we call it centripetal acceleration. Now, there are a few other variations of this formula that you need to know. Now, we know the formula v is equal to r omega. So, we can substitute r omega instead of this v here. So, see what we get. A is equal to r squared omega squared divided by this r and this r get cancelled out, and I get the next variation. A is equal to r omega squared. Now let's go back to the beginning again. A is equal to v squared over r, and we know v is equal to r omega. I can make r the subject here, which is v over omega. Now we can substitute this v over omega instead of this r. Let's see what we get then. A is equal to v squared over v over omega, which I can simplify at times omega over v. Now one of the v's gets cancelled out, then I get the third variation v omega. So we can combine everything and we can see A is equal to V squared over R omega squared or V omega. You can use any one of these three variations to find your centripetal acceleration. Now, we know according to Newton's second law, if an object is accelerating, there should be a resultant force in the direction of the acceleration. So in this case, there should be a resultant force towards the center of the circle. In fact, any object performing circular motion has a resultant force towards the center of the circle, and we call it the centripetal force. How do we find centripetal force? That's pretty easy. All we need to do is we are going to write F is equal to ma towards the center of the circle. We already know the formulae for acceleration. They're all here. So all we need to do is each expression should be multiplied by mass, because F equals ma. So we get F is equal to, I put m and write this first one here, V squared over, also it's equal to m, write this second one now, R omega squared, similarly mv omega. So here on this screen you can see all the formulae you need for this part of the specification, for acceleration and for force.